already providing us data feeds from their HRMS system. So we were getting agent level records that indicated when someone was hired and when they were separated. But what was also in this field, and this at least started as somewhat a serendipitous circumstance because we were getting the trainer IDs almost inadvertently. And sitting down and looking at this data, we kind of realized this is really neat stuff. And what we saw was a lot of variance. What you can see here is very apparent. There are some trainers that are very good at keeping people during the training process, but even beyond, preparing them so much so that they're able to handle the job and they really ramp up really quickly and hit their stride. And then on the other hand, there are unfortunately some trainers that have struggled, who are preparing agents in a sort of less robust manner, and as a result, the agents are dropping off during training and they're being lost once they've hit the floor. How sourcing typically goes is we're putting a lot of postings really anywhere we can to try to get that funnel full so that we get enough applicants in seats. But the fact of the matter is you can optimize your sourcing, and I know NOVO has done a lot of work around thinking where do we want to be recruiting people, both in terms of location, but also what sources are producing the highest yields. And so if you can track in your systems whether someone came from a Craigslist or a Monster or a job fair or anything like that, you can then look and see how they performed on the job, whether they stayed a long time, and you can tweak those algorithms. So that's all about closing the loop and getting better and better at targeting the dollars you're spending on sourcing to get the very best applicant very best applicants into that funnel. These supervisors appear to have nearly twice the variance as trainers in terms of their effect on attrition. So in essence, the gap between the best and the worst supervisors is almost double what we see with trainers. So as soon as we saw this, we said, oh my God, this is amazing. We need to dig in a little bit more. We found that the best were 5 to 6 times better at training and retaining their employees than the worst. And we found that an employee supervisor is a stronger predictor of anyone's likelihood to quit than every other factor combined. We looked at transfers, and we found that transfers were actually associated with a lower likelihood of attrition. I think it was a combination of a few things. Some of it is exposure to sort of different environments and so on and so forth. There's some literature that suggests that we tend to be engaged a little bit more when things are different as opposed to when they tend to be the same. But then also some of it is likely them seeking out the right supervisor, or if there wasn't a good fit, NOVO doing their best to make sure that they could find an agent that did fit with the right team lead. And if you get that fit together, that's where really great things can occur.